like you said, mental health. It's something that I struggle with and still struggle with daily. So there's so many people out there that are going through the same exact thing that I went through, and they think they're alone, but they're not. There's so many people out there that we can help each other, we can make a difference, and we have to do it together, I guess. It's the only way we can do it.
Tell me about that and battling what is a well-known stigma, because you can be a very strong person and break your arm. It doesn't mean you're not strong, and you want to heal your arm. And yet, in the United States and many places around the world, if you happen to be very strong or have other great qualities, but you are battling with a similar mental health challenge, there's an incorrect stigma that somehow that means you're not strong or you're not going in the right direction, that it would be better to hide it. How did you battle that, especially being, as I'm alluding to, a very strong athlete that a lot of people look up to?
For a long time, I was just really good at stuffing everything down, compartmentalizing things, just trying to make sure I was taking care of what I had to do in the pool. And you know, that probably wasn't the healthiest way to do things. You know, I probably should have paid attention to some of these signs that I saw throughout my career that sent me into a depression spell. And you know, I think as an athlete, I felt that I couldn't stand up and talk about that because it would show that I'm weak. And as a male athlete, that's something that's very challenging to overcome. So,
and who, if I may, who did you worry would think that about you? Was it your teammates or friends or the public?
Probably just the public. You know, you just always, you think about how people are going to perceive you. And for me, I think it was just something that I was sick and tired of holding in. I wanted to get everything out and just say, look, it's okay to not be okay. And I struggle with depression. I had suicidal thoughts, and it's normal. You know, it's something that I have dealt with and honestly have been able to use to help me go through the times that are a little rocky.
What do you say to, say, a young person who thinks, well, I don't want to bring this up, I don't want to ask for help, I want to just wait it out and hope it goes away?
It's not going to go away, number one. You know, that's the thing. You know, we can say we're not able to see a therapist, and in a couple of weeks when we have the opportunity to get an appointment, we decide not to because it's gone. It's not gone. You know, for me, like, this is something that's going to go throughout my whole entire life. I'm going to have depression spells weekly, daily, who knows? Whenever they come on, they're going to come on. And that's just who I am and what makes me me. So honestly, I think it's just being able to step up and talk about it. Be able to understand that it's okay to not be okay. That's something for me I struggled with. I had a hard time asking for help. But once I did, I honestly felt like I had a weight off my shoulders. And I was able to walk taller, smile more. Life almost became easier in a way, more relaxed. I learned to communicate at a very young age, or excuse me, at a very old age. I always make the joke that I learned to communicate at the age of 30. It's not great, but
so
you know what?
Tell
I
us,
still.
What was Michael like in your 20s then, and what happened when you said, oh wait, I'm going to communicate differently?
I think for me, throughout my 20s and teens, I shoved everything down. I never said anything. I was very quiet. I just did what I had to. And I think really once I got to the age of 30, I learned to communicate. Maybe too late, but better late than never. And I think that truly has changed my life. And it's the reason why I'm here today. You know, being able to stand up and talk about the feelings that I have inside of me and not care what anybody else thinks.
I have a question, and I don't know if you'll be able to answer it or not, so we'll see. But if it's okay to share, have you found, now that you've spoken out, people come to you? Has anyone come and said, wow, because of you and your leadership, they felt different?
I've had people, when I've been giving motivational speeches, actually raise their hand and say, I have my dream job here or there at this company, and now I'm the most depressed person in the world, but watching you go through your struggles has really helped me understand that it's okay to not be okay. And when you hear somebody say that in front of their peers, 700, 500 people sitting there, they work with every day, that right there shows me that we are changing and that we're allowing people to stand up and open up.
Well, what you're speaking about is something that we struggle with, especially when everyone feels so pushed or motivated to try to succeed, whatever that means in their world. And the idea that if you do, then you don't have a right to be unhappy or to be downcast or to be going through all the normal stuff when you've succeeded to a degree where you're literally the best at something, right? But that doesn't mean you feel the best.
We're human. right? That's the biggest thing. I can't tell you how many people have walked up and be like, you're Michael Phelps. Like, how can you be depressed? How can you be sad? You have all these gold medals, this, that, and the other. And you're like, well, no, because I'm a human being just like you are. And I think that's the biggest thing. We are all humans. And I think that's the coolest thing for me, being able to see people like Kevin Love or other celebrities standing up and talking about their struggles that they've had. That's something that really will help us move forward. So hopefully we can save one life at a time and try to drop these suicide rates. It's scary. It's scary.